All right, says we are live. Sorry, I got all these things coming up on my computer here. Paige says hello, my little helper. We were trying to think of something fun or funny to do to entertain you guys on this live tonight. And I said, Paige, what do you think we should do? And you want to know what she said? She said, we should eat candy. I said, this is a nutrition talk.
I'm exposing you. You have a hat of candy right
She
here.
has a hat of candy right next to my desk.
No, it's yours.
She gave it to me for, leftover Halloween candy. So this is what I stare at all day. Uh-oh, battery's low.
Oof.
That's okay. I think we're going to make it. So yeah, her idea was to talk about candy
And then play Spot the Elf.
and Spot the Elf on our Nutrition Live. So there's Spot the Elf, and we talked about candy real quick. Now I'll actually get into the topic.
Okay, bye.
See ya. Thanks, Paige. Always appreciate your help. All right, so I wanted to go over, my topic tonight was titled Tips for Better Nutrition, New Year's Resolutions. She's got me all messed up right now. So, as you know, this time of year, we get all cuckoo and crazy with food and holiday events and candy, and everything is kind of surrounding us, and we're probably spiraling a little bit. And then January 1st hits, and everybody comes up with this new mindset of, turning things around and getting back on track and coming up with these really lofty nutrition and fitness goals for New Year's. And while that's all well and good, statistics do show that it's not always successful. So just to give you an idea, the number one resolution is always weight loss. It's the most popular New Year's resolution out there. And then from there, 50% of Americans actually make a resolution. The other 50% do not. Of those 50%, only 8% actually achieve their goal. So that's a very low number, and you can see it even in the gyms. So obviously January comes around and people are just flooding the gym, and then April hits and it's back to the normal traffic that the gym sees. So that just shows you, and it goes for the same thing with any kind of weight loss goal. People just, fall off. So I'm just going to go through 5 really quick tips tonight as you're setting your goals for the new year. You can think about these, and I'll post them again tomorrow as a kind of refresher reminder, and you have something concrete instead of this video. So number 1 is we want to create smaller goals and wins. So like I said, we're really excited as the new year hits. We tend to go a little bit big and lofty with our goals, which sounds good at the time, but then you start to make these big goals, and then you have to make a big change. So a lot of times that big change can be hard, and it seems easier when you're motivated in the beginning, but motivation, as we know, does not always last. It does not stay steady. So some days are going to be up, some days you're going to be down with that motivation. So we have to create these smaller wins as you go through your journey that you can obtain. And be real. If you're starting from a really hard place this year or next year, start with just how much water you drink, or just eating a vegetable a day or a fruit a day, something really tiny that you can achieve. Because once you achieve that and you achieve it for a number of weeks, then we can start to build from there. So that's number 1. We want to start with small goals. And then we actually want to create a plan and be specific about it. So again, that can go right back into what we talked about with the smaller goals. What's your plan going to be? And the way that you can be specific about it is how you're going to track it. So tracking your progress. So you need someone else, another set of eyes to keep you accountable usually. A good way to do that is just to talk about your goals with people that support you. So if you know your friends are not super into fitness or just aren't really the healthiest of people, maybe you don't share your goals with that specific group, but you can share it with somebody that does support you or people around you that you do better when you are prepared and prepped. And obviously you can invest in a coach. And you know, a coach is someone there that's going to not only provide like a foundation or you know, the way that you're going to hit your goals, but they're going to be there when you stumble, because you will. Like I said, that motivation is not always going to be there. You're going to flop, you're going to fall, and you need somebody to kind of help you pick you back up. And so that's investing in a coach. 4, we want to fall in love with the process and the journey and not the goal itself. So if the best example I can give is personally, it would be my figure competitions. I seem to come back to it, you know, every 6 years or so. And it's not winning a little trophy or medal or plaque that I am after. It's always that journey, and you know, reaching that level of fitness for me is hard. For anybody, it's hard. And so falling in love with my training, my diet. Sometimes the diet is not easy to fall in love with, but again, it's the process. Taking my daily walks, things like that, I actually look forward to and accomplishing. So you want to try to focus on the process and not the outcome. All right, then we've got number 5, last one here, practice self-care and being kind to yourself. I've been posting a lot about that lately. Again, this time of year, where it's always about others and giving, and while that's super important, we have to look inwards too if we ever want to be able to pour into others. So self-care, come up with some ways that you're going to take care of yourself other than just eating better. You know, be, again, specific about how you're going to take care of yourself. All right, so I hope those tips helped. I'm going to write them all out and post them tomorrow as a recap. But let me know what questions you guys have. Let me know if you watched this with me live now. I can't see the comments on here for some reason. Or if you're watching the replay, and tell me what your New Year's resolution is, number 1, and how you're going to obtain it. All right, guys, have a great night. I'm going to pop back on probably next week after Christmas, so have a great Christmas, and be good to yourselves.